I think we are on here. Let me turn up my microphone. I don't know if that helps with the volume of what you can hear, but here we are. There's my clock telling me it's after 2 already. Well, happy Saturday. May 16th. It's the middle of May. And I wasn't feeling too good today. I was resting and actually fell asleep with my feet up and didn't wake up until after 1 and thought, oh my gosh, I'm late. Late for what? Since people only watch my video for 1 minute. But that's okay, because I'm here. I'm late, but I showed up. I'm trying to be consistent, trying to be here for you, and be here for me. So it's important. It means a lot for me to come out here and put myself out here every week and show you that it can be done. Sorry about the noise in the background. The videos in the front room are pretty loud. It's been a rough week. Had a lot to do. Had a lot of errands, doctors, more stuff to do at home, cleaning up. The snowstorm that we had just last week really messed up our yard, killed some of our trees, lilac bushes. The juniper bush by the mailbox was crushed by a 300-pound widowmaker that fell off of the ash tree in the front yard. I'm sure if you're looking at Joey's Facebook, you've seen those pictures. That frame rate box just keeps popping up, and I changed the frame rate and it's still popping up. Okay, so anyway, I was going to come on today and show you some things that I made this week. Let me just turn this fun little Susie here. I got some wire, and I'm pretty sure it's aluminum wire, but it's so light and it just bends like crazy. Can't make anything that anyone will wear out of it. So I decided to call it practice wire, and I allow my grandkids to practice wire with me, and that was fun. We decided to make some swirls, and I saw a picture of an Egyptian bracelet that I made probably 25 years ago in an old photo file, and I was scrolling on YouTube looking at wire wrapping, and I saw a lady who was making one, and I thought, oh, this would be a fun project for the kids and I should try it together. Excuse me. So I made this out of the practice wire. They're really light, and I'm pretty sure it's aluminum. It feels like a tin can in my hand, and it's super light. It's like it doesn't even flop normally. But I had learned how to do this as one of my very first projects when I first started doing wire wrapping 24 years ago, and I had forgotten how tedious, and I mean, look at that, just bends right in my finger. How tedious and light it is. But then my granddaughter, Minnie, we call her Minnie, she said, wouldn't that be cool if it was in blue, Grandma? So after they left on Wednesday, and I had done my helper job in the evening, I made her a blue bracelet out of the Egyptian swirl. So I thought that was very cool, and it felt so nice to accomplish that, even though I already knew how to do it. She thought it was excellent and really liked it. I sent her a picture of it when it was finished, and it was easy to make and fun. And once the swirls were all done and my fingers could relax, I made the little hook. Here's the hook. I don't know if you can. There you go. The little hook is just. I can't stand it up. There we go. Use the fingernail. It's just a little fish hook with a loop on it, and you hook it right to the bracelet itself, into the area. There you go. And it hooks together so nicely. And this is actually a less elaborate hook than the one that I made on my original bracelet, which I sold for $40 in the beginning. So I knew that I had something going on, that I'd be able to sell it and make it and sell it. But like I said, it's been many years since I have tried to make anything like that. Or wire wrap in general. I was just making and selling all my earrings. And literally that was the easiest way to get the money. And now that the earrings aren't really selling anymore, people aren't really getting their ears pierced. They're not really looking for those long dingly earrings anymore. And so the sales dropped off. I made a lot selling the jewelry. But then COVID came, and well, that was it. People changed their whole lifestyles. Their whole lives changed because of that. It's kind of sad, really, when you think about it. Well, this week I've also been working on some other projects. I'm painting a frog mushroom swamp scene for Joey. He asked me to. I'm sure that this came from a collector's collection, and he asked me if I could paint it red. It was purple to begin. If I could paint it red and then repaint the frog, and of course my red paint dripped on the frog, and to paint the cattails because they were just white like the bottom of the mushroom. And so I agreed. So I'll be fixing the paint job here and recoloring everything, making it nice and bright. And then there's a couple of places where there's leaves broken, so I'll be making new leaves with some JB Weld, which is the bomb. It works so well for all resin, ceramic, even some metals that you're putting together. The JB Weld really does the trick. You got to mix it in just the right consistency and use it within 8 minutes. And then once you've put it on the form and you've got it exactly like you like it, make sure it's held together carefully, and it will be sticking within about 20. And then by then everything is formed up. You can let it lie 24 hours to cure, and it doesn't have a bad smell. Well, at first it does when you first mix it, but after, it doesn't smell bad. Like some of the plastic 3D printers, their plastic smells for quite a long time. And I know this from personal experience, as my daughter printed me something very cool for Mother's Day, a statue that I really like. Let me see if I can show it to you without it's extremely fragile. There's a lot of fragile parts to it. And she said that since I've been painting, and she thought it would be cool if I would like to paint that, and gave it to me for Mother's Day. And I was really excited to get it, and it's so cute. It's right up my alley. You can see there she's sniffing a flower, which, see, it's so fragile, the flower has broken. But I have the pieces, and I will be gluing them on with the JB, and then doing a spray coat first to seal the JB Weld, and then I'll paint with acrylics. I like the acrylics the best. So it's those two things that I'll be working on. And also I made another pair of earrings, which I took with me to a event on Wednesday, and I sold them. So there were just some swirls with a pearl at the end, and she liked them so much she asked if I could make 2 more pairs for her granddaughters. So I'll be working on that this week. Okay, so that's pretty much all that has happened. I started to make I like the blue wire so much that I made my granddaughter's bracelet from, that I started to do the paisley design. This is what it looks like when you start. It's one piece that's bent in half, and then you take the 2 ends of the bent in half. Oh God, I'm so terrible at this camera angle, y'all. And so you take the 2 ends, and you sort of split them with a curl at the bottom, and then you make the paisley shape. And it's pretty simple, and I've done it about, I don't know, 20 times now with that practice aluminum wire. It's so thin and so weak. You certainly can't make anything that you can use out of it. It's purely for practicing. So I did some practice ones with those, and so then I started the blue one, and it's turning out pretty good. Excuse me. I just couldn't grip it anymore. My hands were just weak from all the driving and moving around from last week. So I was working on bracelets and the frog painting, and when I dropped the kids off, my granddaughter gave me that cool statue with the fairy. And I have been not feeling too well, so I've just been trying to rest in between going places and doing things. Yeah, I was really late today. If you're just joining me, hi, I'm Nikki. I have a creative bug, and I try to make stuff and show it to you and talk about my week, things I've done. I got another a 5 doweled wire, what do you call it, a storage shelf. I don't know if it's really a shelf, it's just a rack that you put the dowels on. And I gave it to Joey, and he's using it for his guitar solder wire, and it worked perfect. He decided to just use 3 of the dowel hooks instead of 5, and so we have an extra couple of dowels, and I'll probably be using those in my wire boxes, which you can't see. They're behind me. Yeah, they're behind me. Anyway, they have a hole in them, and so I just stuck the dowel through the hole and put the wire spools on there. And in the boxes, it's just the cheap aluminum practice wire, and then on the rack there is the good stuff, the tougher stuff, the harder stuff that works well for earrings, bracelets. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I really have just been pretty sleepy, and I changed my dose of vitamin D from 2,000 to 5,000 IU a day, and it's helping me sleep, but it makes me really tired all day. And my nurse practitioner said that I should take it at night instead, and I just don't feel right taking pills at night. I feel like they're not digesting, they're not breaking down in your gut, and then I wake up just burping and having a heck of a time with my stomach in the mornings. So I tend to take my pills anywhere from 9 to 1:30 in the day, and then I don't take any more after that. I used to take gabapentin in the evenings for my bad neuro issues with my legs, but I find that if I take the last one around 1:30, it seems to still do the trick. It still keeps the nerves from jerking around, which helps with the restless legs. I know I'm getting a little personal here, but that was a side effect from other medications that I have had to take in my life. I have to live with it forever. So, let's talk about fun stuff. We are talking and starting to plan out our yearly camping trip. I think if any of you want to come, just let us know. We'll be happy to help you and host with you. I was supposed to be planning my brother Dan's spring memorial. We have been so busy, and I have not been feeling very good. So we have not planned that. I do not know if we will be having one. We might wait until June to do it. I know summer starts soon, and it would be good to have it planned out before then, but we don't have a plan for it yet. I kind of discussed with my sister, and I will also discuss with Brother John and see how they feel about the situation, because they'll have to come here, and they live in Kansas. So we'll figure that out, and then I'll let you know. And then we're planning a camping trip. So if you'd like information or want to know dates and such, please give me a message on Facebook, or you can text me if you have my number. Other than that, we've just been doing getting through box after box. And I put all of the pins on my witch hat on Mother's Day. Had some friends over, and we had some good food, and I was able to finish that project up with everyone sitting there with me, so that was nice. And I have some flowers I'm going to sew onto it. They look kind of like pansies, but I'm not sure what they are. So I'll be adding that. And then in one of my acrylic bead hauls, I found this singular angel, and so I'm going to be adding that to my hat. It has a hole through the middle, so I can just sew it on or wire it on. I'll add it to a flower and put it on there. Let's see. Can't think of much else to talk about. Pretty much been talking nonstop for 18 minutes. So, I don't plan to sell any of the stuff that I made this week, so sorry about that. I do have stuff still for sale on both of the picture lines in my Facebook profile. Just go there and check it out. And if you want any of those things, just message me, and we can get together and figure out how to get it to you there. The other thing is, yeah, it's gone. It escaped me. Oh, something that happened this week that was really frustrating was someone hijacked my phone number. They illegally ported my number to their own account. I don't even know how that can happen. And it's illegal. So I've been reporting it to many places and many people. And the phone company I go through was very surprised that happened, because you need a certain set of codes in order to even do that. And so they fixed it and got my number turned back on again on my number, my phone. So my phone is working again. But that was awfully weird that happened. And if you've ever been spam bombed before on your phone, that's a new experience too. Never had that happen before. I got over 105 texts from businesses, fast food restaurants, insurances, and just places that I would never even go shop or frequent. And I was getting texts from them with OTP codes and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, wow, what is this? I mean, maybe it was because this person who ported my number in was already a member and changed their number in their accounts, and then I explained it away, but the truth is that it was SMS spamming. And that's another thing that I have to report 104 texts I got within 2 minutes. And so I've been slowly reporting them to each of the carriers, each of the businesses, and then also to the FTC, the FCC, and to the police. And that's taken a lot of my time for sure. And I'm still in the middle of it. I'm like on number 54 or something like that. So, yeah. Watch out, people. The digital age is allowing everyone to look at your personal information like it's their own and take it from you. So just be careful and know that that's a possibility. And I don't have any fixes for you about it, and I don't know who else to tell other than to get the word out that it's happening and to say who I have had to deal with in the interim about it. And that's it for that. And I like my new Galaxy A16. It's a really old phone because I think Galaxy's like up to 28 now or something, right? And has a foldable screen and all that. I don't need all that. I just need enough memory to hold the 3 games I like to play and the online services I use like ChatGPT and the small banking that I do, and to look at YouTube. That's it. That's all I need my phone for. I was using it to do home inspections and things of that sort, but I wasn't getting paid enough, and no one was offering more, so I'm not doing that anymore until they pay more money. So there's that. And I got a tablet specifically for studying, and it's going pretty good. The tablet works well, and I got it through the free device program from the government, and that was nice. That was the first one that got stolen. This next one I paid for, and it works very well for my study. So I guess I'm a little bit slow in the brain today too, because I'm giving you false information. Okay, well, it seems I have talked myself out of things to say. So, I guess I will let you off with 25 minutes today. Be sure to come back next week. I'll be here around 1 or when I get here. And I'm sure I'll have more things to show you and other things for sale. And hopefully y'all will like and comment on my video. Tell me things you might want to see different. And